Hello, in today's video we will be making Physical Rosaria's team. We'll go step by step trying to make perfect team, but this team will fail us in Spiral Abyss, so we would need to adapt. Why Rosaria's trial is that bad? Let's find out. Rosaria. And right now we have Rosaria in the banner. But I've noticed one weird thing. If we go to the Rosaria's trial, we have full physical build with Dragon Spine Spear, full bloodstained artifacts and 146 physical damage bonus. But if we look at our team, this is Melt Rosaria team. And not only Melt, we have Cryo Infusion in this team. So this team is literally counterproductive and ruining both of her playstyles, physical and cryo. And these can be very confusing for the beginner players. So I've decided to fix it. Today we will make proper Physical Rosaria build. Crescent Pike. I'm actually planning to make this video long time ago, and I'm even made R5 Crescent Pike for it, but after that I just forgot about it. And this weapon was waiting his turn to shine for almost half of the year. And let's take a closer look at this weapon, because we'll not only make Physical Rosaria, we will make build around this weapon. And I'm actually thinking this is one of the best 4-star weapons in the game. But the main problem, it's physical. It has physical damage bonus as a substat and passive deals physical damage too. And we all know in what state are physical meta right now. But this weapon's passive is still really good. It can add additional attack to every of your normal and charge attack. And this weapon passive doesn't care about original scaling of attack. And if we are using this weapon on character with fast attack, it can basically double your damage for some attacks, or even deal more damage than original source. And Rosaria is decent user for this weapon. Her attacks has quite low multipliers, and we have 2 double attacks in her normal attack string. So in total we have 7 attacks, and her attacks is actually quite fast. And with Constellation 1 she can increase her attack speed even more. And even though she is not the best Crescent Pike user, but I think this weapon serves us very well today. This weapon has downsides too. We have 40% attack scaling, but this damage is not considered normal or charge attack. So buffs that increase normal attacks will not affect this weapon damage, like we have on Gladiator or new Marachu's Hunter set. And Yunjin cannot affect this weapon's damage too. And this would be very important in future, so we need to keep it in mind. Rosaria's build. And now let's quickly look at other stats. Because of Crescent Pike I went double physical damage bonus artifacts. Full Pale Flame would be better, but unfortunately I still don't have full set. And one thing that I want to mention about artifacts, I went with Attack Goblet. And even with Attack Goblet we already have almost 85% physical damage bonus. And in the future we will get even more damage percentage multipliers through our team. So in this particular team that we'll be using today, Attack Goblet will perform better. My Rosaria, it's Constellation 6. C6 is the only physical utility that she has in her kit. Her talents is H11 and 11. For the stats we have 2100 attack and 63 150 H crit ratio. Yes, crit rate is kinda low, but we can fix it with Rosaria's Accession passive, and occasional Cry Resonance will help us too. And this Rosaria we'll be using for entire video today. Solar Rosaria. And as always we'll go step by step, starting with Solar Rosaria. That's how we'll see what value each character are bringing to the team. And before we test the damage, let's quickly look at the multipliers. So Crescent Pike has 40% attack multiplier. And now for Rosaria's normal attacks. First 2 attacks has 89 and 88% multiplier. So from Crescent Pike we will get around 45% direct damage increase. Third hit has double attack with 54, and we will get around 75% increase. Fourth hit wouldn't get a lot of increase because it's our highest scaling hit, and on the last hit we have double attack again, and we'll get around 55% damage increase for that. And one of the problems with testing physical characters in this game, a lot of enemies has physical resistance. Do you guys see what I see? What's wrong with Rosaria's nose? It's too disturbing to record my voice lines, please stop. Alright, and now she is acting offended. Anyways, let's go further. And because of that, all of our tests will be done against Giant Dorita Chip. Alright, she is doing this again. And now I think she is threatening me. Finally, let's see the damage. So starting with Rosaria skill, burst, starting normal attacks, and Crescent Pike is doing 2000 per hit. That's pretty nice actually. And one thing that I want to point, our burst is actually doing almost 6000 per hit. It's because we are using Attack Goblet. And as I understood, you guys loving calculations. And today we'll be measuring damage per 1 normal attack string. Rosaria with her own normal attack made 29,000. Crescent Pike hits made 14,000, which is almost half of our damage. And total damage for the normal attack string is almost 44,000. And this is our starting point, Superconduct. Now we want to add Electra character to the team to decrease enemy physical resistance by 40%. But there is one problem. I want to use Fischl. In most of the team, Fischl main source of damage is her second accession passive. But in this team, Rosaria doesn't trigger a lot of Electra related reactions. So this passive doesn't give us a lot of value. The main reason why I want to use Fischl is her Constellation 6. Rosaria's attack is quite fast and this Constellation can add a lot of damage to the team. But the problem is my Fischl is C1, and because of that we would rely only on all standard attacks. And to be honest, this is not great value. And that's the reason why I'm giving up on Fischl right now. Instead of Fischl we will be using Beidou. Beidou would be our sub DPS with her burst. Her burst is not good against single targets, but if we are fighting multiple enemies sometimes she can outperform Fischl. And Beidou are giving us a lot of defensive utility with resistance to interruption, damage reduction and small shield with her Constellation 1. For the weapon she'll be using Cardboard Sword and Artifacts full emblem set. And right now on my account Beidou is the way to go. And now let's see at the damage. So starting with Beidou skill, burst, going to Rosaria skill, burst, starting normal attacks, 2433. It's for Crescent Pike hits and it's around 20% damage increase. And now calculation, Rosaria with her normal attacks made 35,000 damage. Crescent Pike made 17,000 damage. And in total it would be 55,000. And quick reminder, it's only for one normal attack string. Physical resistance decrease gave us decent damage increase, but we're still missing a lot of buffs. Dedicated physical support, Mika. And first I thought I have brilliant idea. I thought that we will be using Song of the Days Past on him. Our attacks has low multiplies and flat attack damage bonuses are really good here. And Mika has continuous off-field killing with decent duration. And we're using Rosaria on-field for quite long so we can reactivate the buff. But as always there is one problem. As I said previously, Crescent Spike damage is not considered normal or charge attack. And even though Song of the Days Past buff can be activated with almost every attack in the game, Crescent Spike damage is not one of these attacks. And unfortunately Song of the Days Past is not working with Crescent Spike. So because of that we'll be using standard Noblesse Oblige Mika. And let's see what he is offering. In this team attack speed bonus is very important and it will be one of the main buffs here. Because the faster we attack, the faster we're triggering Crescent Spike. And of course he will give us 20% physical damage bonus against single target, and my Mika is C6 and we will be getting 60% more physical crit damage. And of course he is using Favonius lines to make our team more energy efficient. And about Cryo Resonance, it's not as good as you think here. Unfortunately, we are not having consistent cryo application on enemies, and despite that I've added Barbara to the team as a plan character, so we will have Cryo Resonance activation anyways. So let's add performance. Starting with Beidou's skill, Beidou's burst, Mika's burst, Mika's skill, Rosaria's burst, Rosaria's skill, starting normal attacks, 3500. That actually quite good damage increase, and remember we are attacking faster. And now for the calculations, Rosaria's normal attack made 51,000, Crescent Spike made 25,000, which is really good, and total damage is 76,000 per normal attack string. But let's remember it's only when all of our buffs is running. Weapon of mass destruction. Bennett could be a really good addition to this team, but the problem is that my Bennett is C6. And because of that, of course, we are adding Furina to the team. First of all, my Furina is C2 and she will make a lot of off-field damage. Sometimes I'm regretting activating this constellation. But anyways, with talent level 10, she will increase our damage up to 100%. And this damage increase will affect not only Rosaria but Beidou's too. And all team buff is very important part of her kit. On top of that, we'll have occasional freeze against freezable enemies and electric charge reaction against multiple targets. It's not huge damage, but you know damage is the damage. And I want to remind we are using Attack Gobbler. And because Furina's buff is all damage bonus, Rosaria's burst will deal decent damage too. And for the weapon, my Furina is using Pipe Sword and Artifacts full Golden Troop. And let's see what 100% damage bonus is mean to this team. Let's add the damage on rotation, starting with Furina's skill, Furina's burst, Beidou's skill into the burst, Mika's burst, skill, into Rosaria's burst, and now Rosaria's skill. Starting normal attacks, 5,300, pretty nice damage, and our burst is doing almost 13,000, and we are done with the boss. Yes, we are done with the boss. Let's see at the calculation. Rosaria with her normal attacks made 75,000. Crescent Pike made 37,000. And total damage for the one normal attack string is 112,000. And if you're interested, we can make around 3 full normal attack strings before our buff is starting to run out. Real DPS check. Alright, now we need to test her against Spiral Abyss level threat, and we'll go against Overgrown Water Droplet. In my initial Spiral Abyss run, I didn't understand how strong my Ningguang and Shangling is, but from what I've seen, people has troubles with this boss, and this boss can be actually very scary. And right now we have some problems with this team. First of all, Beidou is not good against single targets. Second, this boss is Hydro immune and Furina cannot deal damage against him. So using this team against this boss is quite bad idea. So what I want to do? Right now we have pretty good blessing in Spiral Abyss, so I want to benefit from it. And my initial idea for the team against Hydro Tulpa was Rosaria, Mika, Fischl and Albedo to trigger the blessing. But the problem, I don't have Albedo, my Fischl is C1 and I just don't have this team. So we need to cut corners and we need to sacrifice something. And because of that, our team against Hydro Tulpa will be with Mika and Zhongli. This boss can move and I want characters that can rotate really fast. With Mika's 4 seconds cooldown, we can refresh totems when we need it. And Zhongli's shield, even the hold version, has only 12 seconds cooldown. And because we already have defensive unit in this game, Mika's main utility will be his skill with 15 seconds cooldown. And the main idea of this team is that we want to rotate with our boss as fast as we can and chip this boss down with small but very consistent damage. And the card 30% attack is perfect, it's the best card that we can get. So let's go, starting with Zhongli shield, Mika placing totems, going to Mika, burst skill, going to Rosaria, and starting normal attacks. And our Crescent Pike is doing 5100 from Crescent Pike without Furina. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Right now we're doing decent damage to him, waiting for another Rosaria skill. And now we're going for second rotation. Zhongli, Mika. Mika skill, we don't need burst, so going to Rosaria, starting normal attacks again. Unfortunately, Zhongli pillar is destroyed. So we're waiting. Right now he will want to run away from us. Yes, anyways, let's prepare for that. Starting with Zhongli, and yes, he is running away. Please, Mika totems. Mika. Rosaria. Okay, he fall in our trap. Half of his HP is done in 1 minute. We are going decently fast for this boss, I think. So. Oh, we need to start another rotation. Mika, please. Zhongli. Nice, we destroyed small droplet. And he is not going in rage. And he didn't run away, and right now he is walking as our punching bag. And we need to prepare for the second rotation. Right now he will run away, I think. So let's go, Zhongli. Let's place Mika totems. Near small droplet, so Mika. And he's running away, but we was prepared. Nice. So let's punch him to death. This would be our last rotation. Oh no. Unfortunately, no. Let's fast reset. Let's quickly reset. So Mika skill, couple of hits, and he is done. Yes, he is done. Nice. And even though 1 minute 54 seconds is not the great time, but the second half is very easy and we've managed to get 3 stars with Kazuha's national team. Conclusion. First of all, we've got achievement from Hydro Tulpa, and Prima Gems is Prima Gems. And what about Physical Rosaria? I cannot say that she is strong. But the good thing that right now in the game we have enough support to make almost any character walk. And if you really love Rosaria, you can make Physical Rosaria, and she will make job done. But yeah, Rosaria is more support character for some freeze, melt or physical teams, and this team of course will perform better than her physical variant. But I'm playing this game for fun, and Physical Rosaria was quite fun build to use. What your thoughts about Physical Rosaria? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for the watching, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.